did you scroll sideways on this shit?
Probably click and move your mouse sideways.
I tried. Did nothing. There's nothing.
I never know if I'm live until like people start talking to me. I'm supposed to be live, yeah, but I never know until someone's in the chat and they're like, hello. Is anyone here? La, someone's here. You are loved. Hello, Eugene. Thanks for letting me know I'm loved. Appreciate you being here. Greg Seward, good evening. I'm gonna say good evening. It's afternoon, isn't it? It is afternoon for a change. I need some paints, of course. Probably want a bigger brush because I'm sitting around painting a Land Raider. This one will probably be alright. And then I need some random half colors. Good afternoon, how are you people? Seemed like a lot of people liked yesterday's video, which was nice. Like a lot of people watched yesterday's video. It was the first time for a while I think I've had over 5,000 views in a day. Which is nice because I think people are getting a bit... People are ready for 11th edition, right? So like 10th edition is a little bit tired maybe? So it was nice to get 5,000 views in a day on a 10th edition video. Gives me some hope that I've still... Like I'm not a washed up YouTuber. I've got some... My favourite comment from yesterday's video though, right? You saw my bandana, right? My wife made it. I'm in, you know, for being in the trenches. Somebody said... Someone put a comment that said like, what was it? It was like, I was way too high when I clicked on your video, John, and I've been laughing for 10 minutes. So I'm glad someone found it funny. Marius, good afternoon. Nice to see you. I've been playing this Land Raider Redeemer. I played it one time. It was pretty cool. I did play Redeemer earlier in the edition. Didn't like it. I'm at the point where I just can't win with Liberator Assault Group, so I'm just taking Land Raider Redeemer. Beat triple Catan Necron for the first time this week. Wirt says, I'm just starting on my Gene Stealer cult, so I'm glad there's someone to watch. Thanks for tuning in, Wirt. How are you? I don't know how exciting the stream is going to be, but we have Land Raiders to paint. I've never actually finished a Land Raider, believe it or not. I've got 3 of them, I think. The Redeemer, the regular one, and then I think I've got a Forge World one. And I've not finished a single one. That's a good confession. Hello from Australia. I'm also building a Stormraven gunship. Oh, cool, man. Have you run it? I run the Stormraven gunship to a tournament this edition. It was an absolute disaster. Worst Warhammer tournament of my life. Somebody actually killed my Stormraven gunship with indirect fire in turn 1. Can you believe it or not? I had it like deployed at the back of my DZ, completely obscured, and they killed it with indirect fire. It completely fucked me in that game. All my well-laid plans were gone in turn 1 before I even got a chance to move. It's an afternoon stream, yeah, because tonight I am busy because it's FA Cup quarterfinals and Arsenal are playing, and it's Saturday night, dude. So I thought we'd be alive this afternoon. Plus my kids are out right now, so I have peace. But hello, Campbell. Nice to see you. Yeah, Land Raider, back from the brink, I guess. I think I'm gonna play call-in next week with I'll play, and then I've got a tournament. I wasn't planning on doing a tournament this month, but our good friend Miles has had to cancel, and it's a teams tournament. So Andrew and Colin needed a third player. So I thought I'd step in. It gives me like one last bash at 10th edition. I don't think we'll win because Andrew and Colin always like they tailor their list to fight each other too much. I feel like because they're all like they play every single week, and I feel like they tailor their lists too hard to like they don't build tournament lists. They build lists that crush each other. Because every time I play Colin, it's good that he builds a list to beat me, but at the same time, I think like he tailors too much. Like I think you should be focused on building more generic lists. Convince me not to bite the night Castellan box. How much was it, Marius? I was looking at that box of tanks this morning. It's like 2 Executioners and 2 Dreadnoughts. Like I logged in pretty early this morning because I was up early because Saturday morning my kids went to my mum's today, so got up early, went to the gym. I have been smashing it in the gym, feeling good about that. So I went to the gym early today, and then I checked the Warhammer website. Like, so it was before I went to the gym, so I must have checked the Warhammer website like 9 a.m. I thought pre-order started at 10 a.m. because we got to the gym. Well, we had to drop off the kids at 10 a.m. So me and my wife got to the gym probably like 10:15, and I wasn't checking my phone when I was in the gym. So I must have checked my phone before, like at breakfast time. So I must have checked my phone at 9:30 this morning, and it already said that box set was sold out. Right? Eugene's at the gym right now. Go for it, man. Let's go. I love it. Yeah, I was sharing my workout with my friends. I was proud of it. The pre-orders are at 9:55. Or maybe I checked it right at 9:50. So they sold out in like 1 minute, Marius? Like they couldn't have been. Like I feel like I checked it like 9:30 and they were already sold out. But like I don't need 2 more Executioners. Aren't Land Raiders better anyway? Right? They're the classic one. Currently I'm sitting a ball field at 9 a.m. Irish hand grenade. You're not in Ireland, it's not 9 a.m, dude. Where the... Okay, you're in East Coast America. Is it nice weather out? The Defiler sold out in seconds. Oh, I'll have to ask Colin. He was very excited about the Defiler. It's funny that they shared the rules of the Defiler before they put it on sale. They're like, here are the Defiler rules. They're absolutely bonkers. And then it'll get nerfed. But mind you, well, I mean, Catan are finally starting to get nerfed a little bit, I guess, are they? We'll see, I guess. Too many bots? You really think the bots are the ones buying it? I thought the bots only went for, like, the limited edition books and stuff. I also really think that Games Workshop should do a thing, where, like, they know your Warhammer account or something, right? And they should give priority to genuine subscribers first. Like, even if it's just like an hour. You know how you get like... You know when you're going for a gig? Not that I've been to any gigs for a while, but like one of my favourite bands, or probably my favourite band is this... I feel like they've sold out a little bit, but like, I used to... I suppose I still do really like Metallica, but like, I like their older stuff more. I was walking home the other day just randomly thinking about... I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I was just thinking about the new Metallica album and like how long ago was that and like when the next album will be. And then I was like, I don't actually know if I could name that many songs off the last few albums, right? Like, I could probably name you every song off Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, the Black Album, maybe Justice. What was after that? I can maybe get you all the songs. Death Magnetic, right? But like their new albums, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, I don't think I could name you a handful of songs, and I can't even... 72 Seasons, I could maybe name you like 2 or 3 songs. Can't name a single one past Reload. Well, I could name a couple, but definitely not the whole album. And I definitely don't know the words to a lot of the newer ones as well. No, you know, like I've had the CDs in my car and stuff though, so I'm still a CD man. I still like physical media. I friggin' hate how everything's moving digital to subscriptions, but that's just the world we live in, I guess. The Black Album, yeah, I like the Black Album. So, Eternal Crusader, I don't think many people managed to pick up the Repulsor box. We were just talking about that, how it literally seemed like it sold out in literally seconds. And I don't even know if it was that good. At $170 it was in the UK. Is that a good deal for for 2 Executioners and 2 Dreadnoughts? I suppose it is. It still seems like a lot of money for only 4 vehicles. I don't know. I guess the big vehicles are like $50 though now, right? Maybe even 55 are they if you buy them standalone? I still remember when a Rhino was $10. And I actually think the Firstborn Dreadnought was $10 at one point, long time ago. Ironically, I couldn't afford it then either. I managed to get one, but my friendly local game store had 10 to buy and it sold out in under 10 seconds. Yeah, CDs are great. Buy CDs, own music, support artists. Do you know the one thing that I really miss about CDs as well, Nikki, is you know, like, let's say you hear a song that you like on Spotify. You listen to that song on Spotify and that's it, right? You don't really know too much else about the artist. You know, that's the song you like, or that's the song you've heard, and you'd listen to it a bunch of times and you're like, oh, that's a cool song, cool band, whatever, right? But I feel like with a CD, right? Like, for example, I give you one of the first CDs I ever bought was like one of the first CDs I know I bought the Offspring one first, and I think the second CD I bought was Green Day, but the very first CD I ever bought was Americana by Offspring, and the second CD I ever bought was Nimrod by Green Day. No, sorry, not Nimrod. Dookie by Green Day, right? I'm still rocking the iPod Touch. I love it. I have an iPod Touch as well. I've got the one with the screen that's got like the really big weird connector that nothing else uses. If that cable ever breaks, I'll be fucked because I don't know how else I'll be able to charge it. But yeah, like, so I always felt like when you buy a CD, right, like, you would listen to the whole CD, right? And quite often, the single was not the best song on that CD. For example, the Offspring album is a great example, because like Pretty Fly for the White Guy was the single on Americana. That is not the best song on that album by a long shot. I actually think Pretty Fly for the White Guy is a pretty crappy pop song. Like, you know, if I was going to listen to Offspring, literally the very last song I would ever choose to probably listen to would be Pretty Fly for a White Guy, because I think it's kind of one of the worst songs on the album. But like, you know, music's subjective. Maybe you love Pretty Fly for a White Guy. You know, maybe I loved it when I was 15, not so much now. But I guess my point is, by buying the album, you got so much more. Like, you got so much more than the single. Like, the best part of it was like sitting down with the album and your little CD player or however you did it, and finding all those tracks. You're like, oh my god, track 10, it's amazing. You know, like, but it was never a single, for example. And I feel like we've lost that with Spotify, right? Like, it's just not something that people really do anymore. I mean, maybe some people do it here and there, maybe older people do it, but man, I like picking up CDs. I mean, the other thing happens as well, right? Like, I liked Linkin Park. I bought their new CD, whatever it was called, for Zero, like the remake without Chester. The single was absolutely banging. I feel like the rest of the album was very average. I liked a lot of Linkin Park albums before. I really didn't like For Zero. I thought it was very average. But like, it goes both ways, I guess. I like picking up CDs. They're so cheap now as well, right? I prefer to do that than Spotify, and then you can just download them onto your phone anyway, right? Sorry, rant over about CDs. I showed up in time for Old People, My Music's Was Better. You did, Vega. The first cassette Eugene ever bought was the Batman soundtrack. I don't know what the first cassette I ever bought was. It was probably... I had Transformers the movie on cassette. Like, I don't even know what that is. It's like, but they just read the story of the movie on cassette tape. I found that in my attic and was like, I wonder if there's any money in this. I don't probably. I think it's just sitting in my attic. Transformers the movie on cassette tape. Let's be fair, Transformers the movie was an absolute banger. What a good movie, huh? It feels like... I honestly think the 1986 Transformers movie is better than any of the Michael Bay ones. Eternal Crusader's first ever cassette tape was Limp Bizkit. Nice. The Eye of Terror box is still available on the Australian store for $450. Yeah. I think in general, dude, the world is getting so friggin' expensive. Export fees, import fees, taxes, all that stuff, it's so high right now. I feel like that's why I've been getting less super chats, just because like the whole world has got expensive. Petrol's out of control in the UK, by the way. Like petrol is just absolutely skyrocketed. It's the most expensive it's been in like ever. I'm of the same age. Transformers the movie soundtrack is banging. Yeah, it is a great soundtrack. I'm just introducing my boy to Transformers the movie. He's 4, and we watched Transformers 1 and he loved it. I actually thought Transformers 1 was an okay movie. I'm sure an avid collector would love the Transformers cassette. Well, if you're an avid collector, you can have Transformers the movie on cassette tape. They'll tell me where to send it. I'll send it to you. I'm not needing it. I can't honestly remember the last time I had a cassette player, and I can't even remember the last time I had a VHS player, right? Because I've still got some VHSs in my attic. I've been selling them on eBay. I was surprised, like I sold a couple of VHSs in a bundle for 20 quid on eBay, and I was like, oh my god, people still want VHSs? Let me list the rest that I've got. So I've got like 3 or 4 more VHS tapes I need to get listed, because like people will still buy them, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know why you would want VHS when like a standard crappy, like DVDs are so, like if you just want a regular DVD, it's like a couple of bucks now. Pick them up secondhand, super easy as well. I still watch Star Wars in VHS once a year. Well, at least I guess on the VHS Disney can't mess with it, right? Because Disney have been cutting things out of the original trilogy just to mess with people. I watched the original trilogy recently with my boy, and yeah, they've just flat out cut some scenes for no apparent reason, just because they're Disney and they like to change shit. I am excited for the return of Tony Stark Tony Stark in the Avengers, though. I'm not going to lie about that. And I'm excited about Dune Part 3 as well. I don't typically watch too many new movies, but I am excited about them. I really like the Dune movie. I played a little bit of that Dune MMO. It seemed pretty cool. It just seemed like it was an awful big time investment. So what are people working on today? Is anyone working on prep for 11th edition? Or are we just hanging out? I feel like the Land Raider is a risky proposition, though, right? Like, I feel like there's definitely a chance. And I would really like Games Workshop to come out and clarify what's happening with the rest of the Firstborn stuff. Like, just tell me straight, right? Like, if you're gonna be putting stuff to Legends, I just want to know straight. I don't need it sugar coated. Just tell me these models are going to Legends. That's what I want. That's what I'm asking for. Eternal Crusader was glued to a screen until 10 to get the pre-order. I planted some potatoes. Nice. And now I'm painting a Rogel Dorn. I need help for picking a color scheme for my successor chapter. I'm using a lot of Dark Angels models. Should you not use a red and dark green scheme then? Marius, I feel like you just keep jumping in and out of 40k at the moment. What is going on? I know you were very upset that they keep changing the lore, man. I think it. I think it's hard to have an IP that was created in 1980 something, right? That they're just gonna accept the batshit ideas that they had in 1980 is always gonna be the lore or the you know, it's always going to be like gospel or the source of truth or whatever you want to call it, right? I think just over time it's going to keep changing, and there's not a whole heap that we can do about that, or like we either need to be in or we need to be out, right? I try not to let any silliness, because there is a bunch of silliness, right, around them changing lore or them messing with things that existed or them like just flat out removing stuff. Like I just try and not, like, I feel like if I get upset about that stuff, like I will be upset about it. So I try to just like put it to the side, right? I think a good example is like, remember at the start of 10th edition when the Legends, like hundreds of units, like maybe it wasn't hundreds, but I feel like there was like 30 Space Marine units put to Legends at the start of 10th edition. And like I had a bunch of friends that just flat out quit. They're like, oh no, we're fucking done with this. Like, you're gonna Legends half my army? I'm quitting. You know, like, and I get it. Like, I get being angry and I get it wasn't great, but I feel like there's two choices, right? Like, I can continue to be upset about something that I will never be able to change, or I can just sort of like be like, you know, like dirt off my shoulders, sort of like just let it go. Yeah, sing the song from Frozen. Man, why do I, you know, I saw a Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme that was like, what was it? It was like, it was Terry Crews saying that like he had all of Moana in his head, and he was like, Jake, help me. Why do I have Moana in my head? And I feel the same way as a father. Like, you know, I've just got nonsense in my head. But yeah, I think you have to move on from that, because it is what it is, and it's not going to change. And as much as it sucks, like, it was hundreds across all the armies. Yeah, I mean, everybody got something put to Legends this edition, did they not? I'd be surprised if there was an army that everything went completely untouched and still existed in the Codex. Because I guess we're at the point now where most of the armies in the setting, except maybe like Votan, and maybe some of the newer things that they've released, like Emperor's Children, like most of the other stuff has been around for so many years. Like Dante's a good example, right? Like, everybody wanted a Dante refresh. So it's like, Games Workshop can't win. They will, if they refresh a model, either people will be super happy or people will be super sad. And I feel like it's just a rock and a hard place. Like, they just can't win. So they just have to keep refreshing stuff and not really talking about like why they're refreshing stuff. But that's just what's going to happen, right? What's the name of your Blood Angel successor, Campbell? Andrew says he's painting some Blade Guard for his Angels of Redemption successor chapter, and they are also Dark Angels. Chris says he's painting 10 Guardsmen, 5 Possessed. He's working on a Chaos box on the basis they will still have Vindicators. Oh yeah, well, Chaos Vindicators seem more likely than Space Marine Vindicators, I feel like. Hard to say, right? I feel like it'd be nice if the Vindicator tank stayed, but I do also feel like Space Marines have been somewhat carried by Vindicator tanks this edition. Like they're just so darn good, I guess. I keep saying to myself, or I keep saying on like my streams, like, oh, I'm done with Vindicator tanks, I'm not going to play them anymore, and then like 6 months later I'm like, oh well, I've just found a new list that's done really well, and guess what, it's Vindicator tanks. So I'm a hypocrite, is what I'm saying. The Repulsor Executioner is popular now, but Vindicators have been great. I'm scared to buy any since they're Firstborn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really wish that they would come out. They would come out and cleanly say what's happening to some of the Firstborn tanks and Vindicators and stuff for 11th edition, man. I think we need that. I don't know how you say your name. Vatklav? Vatklav? I hope that's alright. I honestly thought at some point, like, a couple of times this edition, I thought to myself, I'm going to buy a third Vindicator, because I already have 2. And I thought to myself, like, I'll just play a Blood Angels list with 3 Vindicators. But, like, I kept coming back to the fact that, like, I don't want to spend the money if they're just going to go to Legends, right? And also, it's as much the time as well, right? Like, it's not just the money investment. The time investment sucks. You know, you spend maybe not 100 hours, but you spend 20 hours on a tank probably. By the time you build it and paint it, I'd be surprised. Like, I'd be surprised if I can paint a tank in less than 20 hours. Like, building and painting, it's gonna be 20 hours. I don't get that much time to hobby every week, man. I could get more, but I'd just be then ignoring my kids, which is not really ideal, right? At least if we kill it our current Codex books, nothing should be going to Legends. Yeah, well, there's that, right? The Val Predator, the Space Marines will, like, Space Marines always get the first Codex, right? Like, Codex Space Marine tends to be the first one. I don't think I love that idea, because it usually means the Space Marine Codex is somewhat underpowered. You know, by the time we get to the end of edition, like, just look at Catan at the moment. Like, their win rate has just been bonkers now. For, like, they keep every balanced data slate, they nerf Catan. Guess what? Catan still have a 70% win rate, you know? It's something to do with, like, at the end of the edition, they just make some shit way too powerful. I want Centurions, but I don't want to have to buy them. Yeah, I hear you. Centurions are a cool model. I kind of wish that they would upscale the Centurions. You saw those, you saw that they made those, like, obliterators for the Chaos. They were on Warcom recently. It was like Chaos. I think they were obliterators. Maybe they weren't obliterators, but they were something like that. They were the same sort of profile as Centurions, like 2 up save, toughness 7. I think they had 5 wounds. Or was it Mutilators? It was obliterators. Or I get confused. I think Mutilators are the melee version, the obliterators are the ranged version. But I mean, they're kind of Centurions, right? They're like Chaos Centurions. Yeah, Mutilators, Campbell, yeah. They are the equivalent of Centurions for Chaos, right? And they just got new models. So could Centurions get new models? That would be cool. I like their rules as well, right? Because they had a 2 up save, toughness 7. They had a 5 up invuln. They had 5 wounds per model, which seems like a nice breakpoint for a number of wounds. Like, not many big heavy infantry has 5 wounds per model. So I thought they looked cool. I thought that, like, when I saw them, I was like, oh, cool. Like, maybe if we could get, like, a refresh of the Centurions, because I've got 3 Centurions, and let's, like, when they refresh the models, I'm not buying new models. I'll just put my old ones on the right size bases. If I need to make them a little bigger to play in a tournament, I'll do that as well. But I'm the same. Like, I don't want to buy 3 more Centurions if they're just going to go to Legends. And I actually think that the whole Legends thing had, like, because I was having a conversation the other night. This is so cool. It says, OL Greg. What's so cool? Good evening, Greg. I was actually having a conversation the other night with my friend Tony. And he was saying, like, how much have you spent? Like how much Warhammer have you actually bought in 10th edition? You know, like, in like raw dollar value or raw pound value. Welcome, Marine. Yeah, welcome, Marine. We do salute. 07 in the chat. 07. It looks like a salute. There you go, Gregor. Thanks for coming to hang out. For the Emperor, exactly. Yeah, so I was having a conversation with Tony, and he was asking me, like, how much have you spent? And I was like, well, I've bought the launch box, and I think I bought a second Gladiator tank, and I bought that Blood Angels box with Lamartes and the Death Company, and I bought the Blood Angels Combat Patrol with the new Sanguinary Guard, and I bought an ATV because I didn't have one. But I think that might have been all. Maybe I bought another Impulsor. Oh, I bought Gilliman, but he's an Ultramarine. I bought Calgar, but he's an Ultramarine. I bought Tigris, but he's an Ultramarine. So probably all in this edition, I maybe spent in the region of, let's say, $500. But would it have been more if I'd known, let's say, that the... You know, like, if models aren't going to Legends. Because, like, I would have wanted to maybe buy another Vindicator tank, because I obviously like them. I would have wanted to maybe buy some more Centurions, because I've got 3, and I've never had a squad where I could run 2 squads of Centurions. So it's an interesting question. That is like, if we knew what was going to be Legends, would we essentially buy some more models? And I think the answer was like, yeah, I would have probably bought a few more models if I'd known that those models were safe to buy. Oh, a Battle Predator. I never had 3rd Battle Predators. Can I show you a finished model? Yeah, I don't have too many around, but I do have a Blade Guard right here. I was going to say, I don't know. Hold on. I don't think I turned on the autofocus. Give me one sec. I don't usually stream in the afternoon, JT. Good afternoon. There you go. I mean, I don't think I'm the greatest painter, dude. I'm good at killing people on the tabletop. But I feel like I rate my painting as battle ready, which means, like, you know, if you're 2 meters away from that, looking at it on the table, it looks pretty cool. If you want to get up close, you could judge it partially. There's a couple more finished. I mean, I'm a slow painter because I don't get a lot of time without kids driving. I was going to say driving me wild. Yeah, pretty much. The kids driving me wild, right? They're good. Yeah, do you know what? I sometimes get comments at tournaments that my painting is good, and I always feel very awkward when someone's like, oh dude, I love you, you know, you painted this really nicely, and I'm like, thanks. And then I look at the person who's like giving me the nice comment, and their army looks like 10 times better than mine, and I'm like, are they just being nice? But I've never like won best painted for any model or anything like that. I don't think my painting has improved. I mean, I've been doing it like 10 years now. My brushwork has improved, I feel like, but yeah, like maybe if I didn't have kids and I could just sit, I mean, and I could sit and paint all evening, every evening. Any chance we can see your army, or is the camera fixed? I can show you a picture of my army, but I can't. Like, it's all in boxes and stuff like that. Give me one sec though, I can show you a picture. So this picture is like, well, I'll just tell you the date on it. These pictures were taken... Two more options. Oh, so these pictures were taken apparently 2022. So I've got like 4 more years of painting since then. But this is what I had fully painted in 2022. I don't remember how many points this was. But, like, I guess I haven't made a channel trailer update for a while, so... I usually paint like 2,000 points of stuff a year. Yeah, so I've got 3 of those dreadnoughts. I think I've got another 2 painted now. I definitely have a few more tanks painted now. I definitely have more Sangre Guard painted now because I had 30 of them. Obviously I have all the new Blood Angels characters painted as well. So that's what it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I should pull it all out of its boxes. It does mean like a lot of trips downstairs with models though, right? To put them all on the kitchen table. What do we think about 10 Sternguard with bolt rifles and angelic inheritors? Well, I think that's a bit of a weird choice, right? Because the bonus for Sternguard is reroll hits and wounds if you've got Oath on them anyway. So like, Sternguard aren't going to get a massive bonus from that detachment. Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise that I had last showed my entire army off so long ago, Phil. Because I've definitely finished a bunch of models since then. And if I was going to do another army showcase, I could probably prioritise... because I've got an absolute crap load of stuff that's half painted that needs finished up. Because I always end up painting stuff half finished to get it, put it on the tabletop for a game, and then probably just never finish it. So yeah, I've got a crap load of half finished stuff that I could add. Well, I've got a load of finished stuff that I could add to that, but then and as well a crap load of half finished stuff that would need to just finish it up, and then it would look quite impressive. Yeah, I might even fill the entire kitchen table now. But I can't, I need my kids to be out when I do that, because my kid, if all those models were on the kitchen table, I don't know how my 4-year-old would react. He would definitely destroy something. Could be an idea for the start of 11th edition. Yeah, I mean, it probably should for 11th edition. The problem, though, is a bunch of those models got put to Legends, right? So, like, do I show everything, or do I just show the ones that didn't go to Legends? So these sponsons were actually jerry-rigged. Like, these aren't official sponsons. These are like I don't even remember how I got the pieces together to jerry-rig these, but I needed to make a Land Raider Redeemer without buying a whole other Land Raider Redeemer. Show everything, all the things. Yeah, I guess you're probably right, Phil. Even show my half-painted Ultramarines that have been converted to Blood Angels, right? Yeah, because I think I've done 10 heavy intercessors as well, and there wasn't any heavy intercessors in that. And I think that image also didn't have any incursors, and I think I've done 15 incursors. So straight away, that's 25 more models that need to go on there. And I definitely know I've done another Gladiator tank, and I've got an Impulsor that's almost done, so that's 2 more tanks straight away. I've got a couple of Dreadnoughts that are almost done, so that's 2 more Dreadnoughts. So yeah, I mean, it is starting to get to a point where, like, it would probably fill the whole kitchen table. Not a bad thing necessarily. I like having a big collection. I feel like it gives you options when you go to play, right? You can just be like, don't remember if I've asked you about getting the 11th edition box. Dude, I think you should be getting 2 of the 11th edition boxes, because based on what happened last time, if you don't get the 11th edition box, they don't sell those models individually for an enormous amount of time, and you basically get screwed by not getting the box. So I'm definitely buying 11th edition box. My friend Brett is buying one as well, so we're going to trade. I'm going to give him the Orcs, he's going to give me the Space Marines. So I'm getting at least 2 sets. I'm considering buying a third. But I guess we have to see what's in the box. But I'm definitely getting my set, and I'm definitely trading my Orcs to Brett. So I'm getting 2 sets of the Marine models. Do I need a third set? We'll see. Oh, I've got Desolation Marines. I haven't put them anywhere. So yeah, I've got 10 Desolation Marines. I've also got I think I've got another 10 Terminators since I did that as well. Yeah, I was doing a bunch more Death Company as well. Yeah, so that photo, there'd be at least like 50 more models to add to that photo before we talk about characters. So probably 55, 60 models plus characters plus some more vehicles. So yeah, it's quite a lot to add on, I guess. I'm hoping Vanguard to get vets stay on 32mm bases. Did you not? Here's the thing. Did you see what I did to my Sangre Guard to get them from 32mm bases to 40mm bases? Because honestly, it took 5 minutes, maybe even less, to do all of them, dude. I say 5 minutes. It took half an hour. I took all my Sangre Guard from 32s to 40s in like half an hour. I wish I still had the photo. Maybe I have a photo. Look, this is all you need to do. You literally buy the 40mm base from Games Workshop. You can buy like 10 of them for like $3 or something. Maybe it's $5 now, inflation. And just stick your old one that's on the 32mm base onto the 40mm base. That's all I did. I've used these guys in like a crap load of tournaments. Nobody cares. But that's what I'll do if they put Vanguard vets on 40mm bases. I'm just rebasing mine. There's no way I'm buying them again. Absolutely no way. I probably still have some 40mm bases left over from when I converted a bunch of the Sangard. I put too much terrain to make them look pretty. Dude, nobody cares. Like, really? Like, it's a problem? I wouldn't waste the time, man. I would just slap them on the new size bases and get on to the next new unit. Was it delivery? Monster.
Probably. That's what it seemed like in the box, yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Liv.
Felt like liquid sloshing around.
Okay.
I'm trying to got more of that other energy drink. I could drink another one. So.
You can have one of my monsters if you want.
I don't like it as much as the cheap one.
Have you tried the white monster?
No, I haven't. I don't want to take them first.
You take it. I got them on Amazon Subscribe and Save. They're like 90p a can, which is less than half price because they're
It's a penny more than the pink one I got.
It was like 93p a can on Subscribe and Save when it was. They're supposed to be 185 each. So I don't know why they were so cheap on Subscribe and Save, but I just went for it because I buy a lot of stuff on Subscribe and Save. If you guys don't know about Amazon Subscribe and Save, you're missing out because you can save a shitload of money on it. And you can cancel straight away, which is the ironic thing. So like,
just keep doing that.
You just subscribe and save and then just cancel straight away. And just pay the subscribe and save price for a one-time purchase. Like, it usually saves like 10-15%. It takes like 2 seconds to go into their UI and cancel it. So if you ever see something on Amazon that's like subscribe and save, just take the 10% off and then just go. I think you just literally click on my account, go subscriptions, and then just cancel it. Or if it is something you use often, like I buy Monster Energy, I just set it to like 6 months. And it's like, I'm pretty sure I've drunk my 10 cans of Monster Energy in 6 months. Joshua says, I'm just starting on the Combat Patrol with Blood Angels. Well, welcome, dude. It's always nice to see some new faces, especially with a new edition coming. Thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. On our hobby streams, we usually just chat shit. I'll go on every random tangent. It can be about Warhammer, it can be about movies, or any bullshit. What's even in... Oh, the Combat Patrol is like the 10 Assault Intercessors on foot, the 6 Sangre Guard, and the Blood Angels Captain. Do you know what? I used basically all those models this week in my army. So right now, the Combat Patrol is a great place to start. Because I did have 2 squads of 3 Sangre Guard, I did have 10 Assault Intercessors, and I did have a Captain in my list this week. Chase, good afternoon, bro. Don't see you too often in live streams, do we? Or maybe I'm full of shit. How are you, Chase? There have been TO calls this week with the GW for the new edition regarding tournaments. No one I have spoken to is happy about it. Add on the confusing detachment nonsense as well. It's not looking good. Oh, right, because the tournament players want it to be more uniform with their circle objectives, or... I was looking forward to change, man. Honestly. I mean, I feel like we've played circle objectives for like 9 years at this point. Like, let's do something different. If it doesn't work, let's go back to circle objectives. Sure. Hey, Matthew, my favorite Blood Angel. How are you, brother? What you got going on today? Are you going to open something from the pile of shame today, Matthew? Do you know what I feel like? Feel like if we were having a running joke last night, because not last night, last stream, Matthew sent me a picture of his pile of shame, right? Matthew has like 20. I was gonna say he's got 20 boxes. He doesn't. Matthew has 100 boxes still in cellar.
I have awoken.
Hey, Snow Days, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to 25,000 subscribers this year. I think with the new edition, it'll be possible. I'm still having like yesterday was a good day. 17 new subscribers yesterday, so it would be nice to get to 25,000. Do you know what? My guilty, or my wish, right? I'll just call it my wish. My wish is that Games Workshop would reach out to me and ask me to do a video on the new models, because I am the Blood Angels guy. I am the biggest Blood Angels channel, and the new box is Blood Angels. Hey Phil, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. You are a legend. I appreciate it. You're like one of the most generous subscribers I have, Phil. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, no, my wish, I was saying to my wife, I was like, I'm at 23,000 subscribers. Like, I'm getting close to 25. I think I can get to 25 this year. I would love it if Games Workshop would reach out and be like, you know, we've got this new Blood Angel stuff coming, do you want to make a video on it? And I'd be like, yeah, I would love to make a video on it. And like, I was saying to my wife as well, I'm the guy that like, you know, like I review community lists. Like I look at new players lists every Sunday and tell people how to get better. Like, so I feel like I help the community. Like I bring like people that are maybe struggling with Blood Angels, like I help them out. Like I'm that guy, but like they don't speak to me. So my wish is that they would speak to me. Because I'd love to make a video about the new stuff. But no, I don't think I'll get the new stuff before anybody else. I'll probably be one of the last people to get it, because I live in Scotland and deliveries to Scotland are always the slowest bullshit ever. Because we live so far north, we get classed as Highlands and Islands. But I amn't in the Highlands, and I amn't on the islands. That's the other frustrating part of it. Just I have a postcode that begins with, that's typically in Highlands and Islands, so they think that's where we're at, but we're not. But yeah, so I feel like my wish is that they would just reach out about the new box and be like, would you review it? Would you make a video on it? Because I would love to do it, but I don't think they'll I don't think they will. I just keep doing my own thing. And you're right, Matthew. I want. Maybe it's because I swear a lot, or maybe it's because I'm critical. You know, like I'm honest. That's like anyone that knows me will tell you that I'm too fucking honest. Like I like that character trait about me, but I also end up oversharing all the time because I'm too honest. Bishop says he's working on my Vanguard vets, hoping they get better weapon profiles in 11th edition. Yeah, I think you and everybody else is hoping they get better weapon profiles. The trailer made it look like Vanguard vets are going to have two-handed swords, man. And I don't think that's something we've really seen. Right? Like, we've seen two-handed eviscerators. I mean, I guess if you go back a few editions, Sangreguard did have two-handed swords. Like, there was the one sword that they... Like, broadswords? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like broadswords, really. So I don't know. Like, I would have quite liked Vanguard veterans to get their lightning claws back, because I felt like when they had lightning claws, they were pretty strong and pretty versatile. But maybe there was problems with the balance. Like, lots of people did lightning claws with storm shields, and they were very good, but I didn't think they were that unbalanced, right? They only did 1 damage. You should make a new painting video and release it for 11th edition? You mean like just painting like a regular Space Marine? Like a regular Blood Angel? Like an Intercessor or something? My painting videos don't ever do very well, man, because I think, you know, people don't watch my channel for painting videos. So even if I make a banger of a painting video, it just probably won't do that well, because people are like, if they want to see painting, they'll just go to Ninjon or somebody that's like shit hot at painting. I mean, I like Ninjon. I think he's a funny guy. I'd say watch him. It's because you're too amazing, they can't handle it. I appreciate that, Matthew. Phil, thanks again for the supers. Did you have a question, Phil, or are you just coming in with the super chats? They had two-handed swords and axes. In the trailer, they had someone with a two-handed axe? Or are you saying the Sangreguard used to have two-handed axes? Yeah, I mean, Sangreguard used to definitely have two-handed swords. I'm struggling to remember a two-handed axe. I'm thinking running an all-infantry list, 1 character, lag, even taking Devastator squads. It sounds quite tough, right? Like, the thing about all-infantry Space Marines is, like, we lack staying power on objectives, I feel like. Like, toughness 4 on objectives. It's a bit iffy. If they're going to lose the Infernal Pistols, Graz Pistols, and maybe Shields, says Eternal Crusader. Yeah, they're probably going to have more, what would we call it, generic loadouts or standard loadouts. That seems to be the way forward, where like units that had lots of weapon options will have that simplified to a few weapon options. It's not my favourite way that they change these models, you know, to make them a little bit simpler like that, but yeah, you're probably right. They're probably going to lose some of their weapon options, and I feel like there's not too much we can do or say about that. That's just what's going to happen. They're going to lose some of their weapon options. Pete the Wargamer is my shit for painting. I don't know Pete the Wargamer, actually. I mean, like, I feel like there's so many content creators now for Warhammer, it's like hard to keep up. Like, I have like 4 or 5 that I watch, but I feel like even then I probably don't watch everybody's videos because it's just hard to keep up. I've been developing that Math Hammer app for 40k, which has been taking quite a bit of time. It's been making some decent progress though, so like I feel like my Math Hammer app is, well, it's up there, you know, people can test it now. I mean, a few weeks ago it wasn't live, so I mean, I've made some progress with that. So, you know, that's something. Snowdog Day says, I've been watching for a while and now I had no idea I wasn't subscribed. I have 2 games left in the league and I've lost the first 3, so I'm thinking about a Castellan just to mess with people. The Castellan is so temperamental, dude. I've taken it in 10th edition and it does, like, I think the problem with the Castellan is it hits on 3s. Sometimes it'll just obliterate things, and then other games you just fail to hit a few times and you fail to wound a few times and it does nothing. I feel like if you're struggling with Blood Angels, I would get some Firstborn tanks in there, man. Like the the amount of times I've said to myself, like, oh, I'm not going to play Vindicators anymore. They're so friggin' reliable, though, right? Like strength 14, AP 3, and they can have like 10 or more shots. Like, they're just a great option. Like, if you're struggling with games, I would say just. I would take a couple of. If you've got a couple of Vindicators, I would take them over a Castellan. Because I think because of the moment they're a little bit more reliable. Chaos Wolf says, no offense, but I don't come anywhere for BA painting. I've spent 30 years perfecting overbrushing techniques. Yeah, no, I get that, Chaos Wolf. I'm not the greatest painter. I just like hanging out and you know, the painting live streams are just a good way to connect with the community, I feel like. Because like when I'm playing, like in the live streams when I'm playing, I'm usually focused on trying to win the game. So it's hard to chat to people. And then if I'm doing like interviews with people, it's also hard to chat to people. So and then, yeah, I feel like my painting streams are, I mean, you're right, you're not coming here for the painting, right? It's just me usually doing base coats on stuff, because usually I'm always jumping between models. So, we're here just to shoot the shit, as they say. The insane conversations, yeah, exactly. We will have insane conversations. Yeah, I mean, that's maybe why Games Workshop don't talk to me, because I am insane. Or I just criticize everything insanity. Mark says, I think if you pushed your socials a bit, then they would be in touch. It's definitely deserved. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm a very good person at social media, man. Like, I bet you if I look on my personal Facebook, I haven't posted anything in like... I'll have posted like a new profile photo, or I've been posted some like holiday snaps. Like I don't know, man. Social media isn't it definitely isn't my forte. I could, and then I guess I don't have anything super sexy to post, right? Because I don't paint to a super sexy level. But yeah, I mean, I suppose I could try and push more. So it's fine. You just have to be aware that I will get the 10th edition box typically the same time as all of you guys. I'm not gonna get it early. I'm not gonna get any special treatment. I'm fine with that, you know. Insane in the Membrane. Do you know what? I was speaking of Insane in the Membrane. I actually was in the gym this morning and Cypress Hill came on. I'm trying to remember which song it was. It was definitely a more upbeat song, Cypress Hill. I like it when like random ass old music comes on when I'm in the gym that I haven't heard in ages. Especially if it's like lots of beats per minute. That's what I need when I'm in the gym. Like, I can't wait for my tactical squads to get an extra wound, says Matthew. I kind of wish that this new intercessor that they showed off, Matthew, had been a tactical marine. You know that? I think he should have been. I think that way they could have like kept the tactical marines about, just called them like tactical intercessors, and if you had any old tactical marines, you could have used them. Angry Jim music is the best music. Yeah. Had a remix come on that I'd never heard before, and it was a remix of Money for Nothing. Who sings Money for Nothing again? Oh, it's like a 70s band. There was a remix of Money for Nothing called Acid for Nothing, and it was like 200 beats per minute remix. I'd never heard it before, and I was like, oh my god, this song is amazing. This is so perfect for working out. Someone who sings the song Money for Nothing? Was it Dire Straits? Was it? Thank you. Well, if you've never heard the remix called Acid for Nothing, I thoroughly advise you to listen to it. It was absolutely perfect for gym music. It was basically Money for Nothing mixed with techno for like 8 minutes, and I was like, this is the song that I didn't know I needed right now. Hey Cigar, what's up? Harry says you're early today. Before the end of 10th edition, you must put a Devastator squad with a Razorback on the table. Dude, I don't own a Razorback. I have never owned a Razorback. Is that crazy? Like, back in the day when everybody was running, like, tactical squads and Devastator squads and Razorbacks, I was running attack bikes. You know, because multi-Maltas back then were just so darn good. And I also like the aesthetics of the attack bikes, so I had the old attack bikes, and I never invested in a Razorback. So it's one of the few Firstborn models that I never owned. There was a few others, like I never owned a Stalker, I never owned a Hunter. They were a bit like edge case anyway, but yeah, I never owned a Razorback. I've let you down. Bensis says, hi Blood Angels Commander, I love your content. I'm painting up a squad of company heroes. Dude, I love hearing nice comments about the channel. They will never get old. Thank you for dropping by. I feel like the positivity that has been given to me by this community has been second to none. Like I appreciate it ever so much. Thanks for the comment. Definitely feel very blessed, I guess, to have people that actually want to turn up and watch every week and engage and stuff like that, you know? I appreciate it. Phil's off to an RTT. Good luck, Phil. We're rooting for you. I believe there is a rumour refresh on some of the bikes. I don't know if it's just going to be new Outriders, but like I used to love the old attack bikes with sidecars. They were a cool model, right? Maybe they felt they were a bit of a dated model, but I mean, when you compare them to the ATV, they're good. They're not any worse than an ATV, that's for sure. Good morning, Killer. Good morning, Aurelian. Everyone's rolling in this morning. I come here for your tactical insights since I suck at 40k. Well, one time, long time ago, I sucked as well, so welcome. Pac-Man says, I miss 40k. I relocated to Chicago and my dad dropped my Blood Angels. My dad dropped my Blood Angels last year? Broke my 2,500 points of models. Dude, there's super glue is a thing. Get some super glue. I mean, I've dropped models at tournaments. I've dropped models walking out the door. I've had models break in my carry case. Like, it sucks, but like, I think if you put in a bit of TLC, tender loving care, I feel like you can fix things up. Like, it's not the end of the world, even if they're all broken. Don't Poke Kenny says ATVs are great scoring pieces. Yeah, I bought one, I just haven't painted it yet, Kenny. Well, I think I undercoated it. The Rant Dude says, good morning from Vancouver. It's 6:55 in the morning here and I'm currently painting my Blood Angels Infiltrators. Love your channel, keep doing what you do. Dude, that is dedication. 6:55 on a Saturday morning. Either you have kids and you got up early to paint before they are awake, or you're a sadist. Which one is it? Who's getting up at 6:55 to paint models? I mean, to be fair, I think I used to get up at like 7:30 to paint models before my kids woke up. But 6:55, that's dedication. Peaches says I'm doing side work, so listening this morning. Always good to catch a stream live. Oh, there's loads of people in here today. If you get a second, guys, if you can click the like button, I'd appreciate it. Chaos says, seeing you play has broken me out of my dumb habits and I'm feeling more confident. Well, that's good. That's good. He's got 3 kids. Yeah, so you have to be up early or you don't get any time to paint. I hear you. I usually try and paint either when my kids are asleep. But yeah, I used to do. I go to the gym in the morning. That's my problem now. So I used to paint in the morning every morning before the kids went up. But now I go to the gym. So, congrats on your recent victory against the triple Necron Catan army. It was glorious, says Nachuta. Thanks, dude. Triple Catan is no friggin' joke. And do you know what? I knew, like, in turn 4 or 5 in that game, like, I knew I was getting far enough ahead that, like, it was going to be super difficult for Andrew to come back. Like, I think he still had 2 Catan on the board, but he hadn't got them in great places, and I was holding a lot of objectives still. And like, as the game was going on, right, Andrew's like, I could see he was getting a little bit frustrated. He's not killing enough. I think he rolled to shoot or something, and he rolled a snake eyes. Like, so, like, he hit me twice with, like, a, you know, a strength 18 weapon or something. He rolls for wounding, double 1. And then, like, 2 minutes later, he had another, like, stupid attack from a Catan, you know, like, strength 18 or something. He rolls it, wound rolls, double 1. And, like, when he did it the second time, I could see in his face, right? Like, he's getting frustrated, and, like, he's starting to realise, oh shit, I'm like 25 points behind. I'm not going to win this game. And I must admit, inside, in my heart, I had this lovely, warm and fuzzy feeling. Like, I was just like, you know, like if I'm just like, I'm quite polite when I play my opponents, you know, like, I'm a good sport, but inside I was going like, you know, I was just thinking to myself, like, yes, these damn broken Catan, I am killing them. I'm killing them so hard. It's the best feeling ever. So it was absolutely glorious. But obviously I don't want to come across as like a sadist, or I want people to play me again and have fun. But inside, I was so friggin' happy. Love the channel. The Warhammer, highly recommended and did not disappoint. The win last game was nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I think I'm taking this list to the tournament. The list that I had on the channel yesterday. Basically, it's the exact same list as the guy that just finished top 8 Adepticon. I'm just gonna drop 5 Death Company and replace them with 3 Sanguinary Guard, because I think that just suits my style a little bit better. But I'm gonna keep the Land Raider. I'm gonna keep the 10 Assault Intercessors inside with both the Captain and the Sanguinary Priest. It's different, but it can be pretty devastating. I need to pee. I'll be back in just one sec. Sorry. But yeah, Triple Catan is... I really wanted to like the list that had the 12 Blade Guard in. I mean, I did like the list with the 12 Blade Guard. Like, I think the Blade Guard and the Sanguinary Priest are like such a good combo now for Blood Angels. I really hope that we get to keep that, like, into the new edition. Like, I think that's a great combo. I think it gives, like, a lot of durability. And into most enemies, it gives a lot of damage output. It's just not good against Catan because of the stupid -1 damage. But I think into a lot of enemies, the Blade Guard with the Priest, probably in, like, I know you don't need to have them inside the Repulsor. I like them inside the Repulsor because I think that lets me get them, like, around the board nice and quickly. And then the Repulsor's a great action monkey afterwards, to be honest, and the Repulsor can sit on objectives, and if you're playing some army with low toughness stuff, it still gets like 14 bolter shots or equivalent every turn, right? Try and keep in mind that Incursor's +1 ability before shooting the Vindicator, they were a bit underused. Yeah, I think they were underused. Do you know, it's the first time in, like, probably a year, dude, that I'd used the the incursors, and it was like the first time in the year that I'd used the rage-fueled captain. So I definitely screwed up on both of those. But, you know, like, shifting to new detachment, I guess a couple of mistakes were going to be made, so it's fine. A few people pointed out my mistakes. One guy like DM'd me on Discord and was like, John, you're supposed to fish for 6s with your sustained 3-hit captain, and I was like, yeah, I know that. I literally realised that 1 second after I attacked with them. Hello Peter, I'm just about to go to bed in Australia. Well, sleep well, thanks for dropping past. Please do leave a like before you bail out. Have a good day in Australia. I hope it's nice. The weather in Scotland has been tragically bad again. It was so cold this morning. Hello Frank. Yeah, I'm early today. I've got some commitments tonight, so I figure that I stream nice and early, and then I mean we'll be doing the Army List show as normal tomorrow as well. So a little bit earlier today, and my kids are out, so it's kind of like there's just peace. It's just me making noise. It can be nice and quiet. My kids do not know the meaning of the word quiet. How about the 4 Godhammer las cannon shots from the regular Land Raider versus Catan? Yeah, I mean, big shots with lots of damage is very good against Catan. And I guess having any weaponry with higher strength in their toughness, so strength 12 from the Land Raider works well, is going to be useful for sure. Catan are just tricksy, right? Because, like, let's say you do hit with all 4 shots, and let's say you even wound with all 4 shots. You know, like, then they got to take 4 saves on a 4-up, because they've got an invuln. So they pass 2 of them statistically, so 2 go through, and then you roll your damage, and sometimes, let's say you roll a 6 and a 2 or something. Well, they're -1 damage, so ignore the +1 damage you get, so they take 8 damage, which then they'll feel no pain. So statistically, 4 las cannon shots, even if you hit with all of them, probably statistically you only do like 5 damage to a Catan. And they've got 16 wounds. So like, even if you hit with all the shots, you're probably only doing 5 damage. So Catan are just in a really weird place at the moment. Like, I feel like -1 damage and a 5-up feel no pain and a 4-up invuln is just probably a little bit too strong. I mean, it's probably why the Catan detachment has a insanely high win rate, right? Quiet time is a luxury, yeah. I'm going for a character only 500 point tournament. Sounds fun, I guess. Take a lot of Space Marine captains so you can use the once per game plus 3 attacks. That's what I would do. All right, you can have units as long as they're led by characters. Is that what you're telling me? Space Marine lieutenants are a really interesting prospect as well, right? Because they're so cheap. I might, if I'm allowed a unit, units attached to characters as well. I'd probably take a lieutenant with like not a tactical squad, excuse me, intercessor squad, so I can sticky some objectives, because that's cheap. It's like 135 points. I'd then probably take like a captain with Sangry Guard, because that like does quite a lot of damage and has some survivability and has quite a bit of movement. I think that's 195 points. So what are you at that point? 295 plus another 35. 295 plus another. So you're at like 330. Then you could maybe take a lieutenant in Blade Guard, or captain in Blade Guard, or an apothecary in Hellblasters. Like, there's definitely choices. Hellblasters plus an apothecary are pretty good inheritors. I really like that. I ran it in a bunch of my that was like my angelic inheritors list was basically Hellblasters in impulsors with apothecaries. I really like that, because the Hellblasters will always end up killing themselves with overcharge, but then the apothecary will always bring one back to life. So you get extra shots every time they fire, and then you get to bring someone back to life. It's pretty cool. So far I've thought of 3 Blade Guard with the Sanguinary Priest, Van Bets with the Jump Pack, and Hellblasters with the Lieutenant. Oh, well, you're super close. I would put the Apothecary on the Hellblasters. But yeah, no, that sounds fun. Anyone got exciting plans for the weekend? I know Phil said he was away to an RTT. Anyone else heading to a tournament this weekend? Next weekend? I think I have my doubles event in 3 weeks' time. So I guess there'll be no stream on Saturday, probably, that. Because I think I have to leave like 8 AM and I won't be back until... I think the last game finishes at 8 PM and it's like an hour and a half drive, so probably won't be back till super late. Matthew's going to a tournament next weekend in Des Moines. I probably pronounced that wrongly, Matthew. I'm not very familiar with... Is that West Coast, Matthew? I'm hoping to get a lot of time on the new Crew Army this weekend. Says Two Scoops. Nice to see you, Two Scoops. I feel like we haven't had a chat for a little while. It's hard, honestly. Like I feel like I love seeing all the people in chat, but it feels like it's hard to remember. You know, like you guys just have to remember me. I guess I've got to remember like hundreds of you guys. So sometimes I feel like I've not seen you for a while, but maybe I saw you last week and it's just my old man brain that's failing me. Thank you so much for subscribing, dude. I really appreciate it. I'm at a point in my life where I've got to put everything into the calendar now, because if we don't put it into the calendar, we forget about it. I feel like when I was younger, I just remembered shit, right? I live in Iowa. Okay. So that's... I was going to say, before I embarrass myself, just let me put Iowa into Google. I feel like it's central. Yeah, okay, it looks central. Oh, it looks very central, actually. Yeah, you must be about as central as you can possibly be, like, except if it was Nebraska or Kansas, right? I've never been to the center of USA, you know that? I've been to the East Coast.
I have awoken.
Lolo, thanks for subscribing. I've been to the East Coast, Orlando, New York. I think I've been to Chicago, which isn't miles and miles away. You know, my good friend James, who is from Chicago, James Fisher, he's a channel member. He finished 12th at Adepticon this year, by the way. He was playing Eldar though, but like when you know, like he's a Blood Angels player as well. He keeps banging on at me to get over to Adepticon, and I was saying to him, like, I'd love to come to Adepticon one year, because it's in Chicago. And he was like, if you can get to Chicago, I will pick you up from the airport. Like, maybe we could do a Blood Angels Commander meet up at Adepticon one. So Iowa doesn't look too far from Chicago. It probably is. It's probably hundreds of miles. But on the map, it doesn't look too far.
I have awoken.
Happy 50 months of membership. I appreciate that, Two Scoops, dude. That's crazy. Thank you ever so much, dude. Like, members like you have basically let me make this a job. Like, you know, for all intents and purposes, it's like my second job. Like, I might have had to go and work in a gas station or something. You know, because for a while there I was trying to support my whole family by myself. My wife wasn't working. So members like you, 50 months, have let me make this hobby into a job. I appreciate it more than you know, dude. I'm going to try and see Adepticon next weekend. I want to see the bottom tables there. Well, if I go, I'll probably see the bottom tables as well, to be honest with you. I've never been to a tournament that has more than, like, I think the biggest tournament I've been to has like 40 players. I've never been to one of these like 100-player super majors. There just isn't that many up north in Scotland where I live, or there isn't any really. The closest one is probably a 4-hour drive. At some point I might make the drive. Des Moines is where Slipknot are from. Yeah, I think you're right. How do you feel the Land Raider held up against Catan? Dude, the Land Raider was so good this week, but like he didn't target it with a Catan for like I don't think he when he actually targeted it with a Catan, it died pretty quick. But like he didn't target it with a Catan in turn 1 or 2. And I managed to use it to roll into his deployment zone. And I had my incursors jump back inside the Land Raider, so basically we were playing Scorched Earth. So my battle plan was, when he didn't target the Land Raider in turn 2 and it was sitting in the middle of the map, I was like, oh, what I could do here would be, I could roll the Land Raider onto his home field objective, and I could have my incursors jump out, and I could burn his home field objective, because that's where, like, if you burn the opponent's home field objective on Scorched Earth, it's worth like 15 victory points. So I was like, oh, I could get 15 victory points here. I know UTC is doing one in Edinburgh in July. I've already committed to another tournament in July this year, unfortunately, Chris. But maybe in a future year. So I jumped my incursors into the Land Raider and rolled into his home field objective. And then, of course, once the Land Speeder was on his home field objective, his 2 secondaries were like defend stronghold and extend or something. One, like two secondaries that basically said to him like he has to have his home field back. So I was like, oh goodness sake, I've committed my incursors now. They're super behind enemy lines. But then in my turn, I actually drew behind enemy lines, and I drew teleport homers. So I basically was able to jump the incursors out into his DZ, then I've got 2 units in his DZ, and I can do teleport homers. So it was a really nice play to have the incursors jump into Land Raider. But I mean, like, he probably should have tried to get more damage onto it quicker, right? Because it got a couple of decent overwatches off as well. I think it killed a character with an overwatch, brought another one down to like 1 wound. So yeah, I feel like Land Raider was decent, but like if he'd gone after it hardcore, it'd have probably died a lot quicker. But I mean, sometimes when you're, like if you felt he had other threats to deal with, like Vindicator tanks. I did something similar against Knights. I deep strike right onto his home objective and burnt it to move his big knight back, which allowed me to burn another one pretty safely. It's very nice. Yeah, I mean, I think I ended up not burning anything, but I still won the game. It was all right. I watched it. It was good. You even said it was a great plan on tank shocking its charge target for the easy mortal kill. Then. Yeah, I think a reason I didn't tank shock was I wanted the CP, man. I can't remember what for. Like I felt like I needed the CP or something, or I was gonna potentially tank shock and kill his destroyer, which ended up regenerating and stuff. So probably should have tank shocked it, but yeah, Blood Angels are still somewhat CP heavy army, right? Like we don't often find big surpluses of CP kicking around. Good morning, Boris. How are you? But yeah, no, I mean, I've been really struggling into Catan and Necrons in general. Like, I feel like I've played Andrew. We have a little league going. So every game that we play on the channel, we record it, and we record win rates, and we record points. And there's a little league going basically between me and the guys on the Plastic Crackheads, and I'd been top of the league when Rage Cursed Onslaught came out, right? Like everybody jumped on Rage Cursed Onslaught, and I'd won a bunch of games with Rage Cursed Onslaught when it first came out. I'd won a lot of games with it, I guess, and I was like top of our league by like a considerable amount. And then I sort of moved away from Rage Cursed Onslaught because I feel like people had figured out how to counter it, right? Like, because if people charge you in Rage Cursed and you don't get the bonus attacks and you're stuck in combat and you can't fall back and shoot or charge, you can have big problems. So I think people had figured out how to beat Rage Cursed, and the obvious way you beat it is you just try and gunk it up with, like, you just try and charge it, try and make sure the Blood Angels units that they want to do stuff with are already in combat, and then you just get bogged down. So I started losing games with Rage Cursed after winning a lot initially. So I was like, and I feel like Angelic Inheritors is more of a shooting detachment anyway, so I was like, right, I'm going to go back and play Liberator Assault Group, especially with the Blade Guard getting buffed, with the Priest. I really wanted to try that. But I felt like I kept losing a few more games, and I felt like I was really struggling. So basically, the game on Wednesday night, if Andrew had beaten me, he would have gone top of our league. So by beating him in that game, that was like the perfect moment. Like it derails his momentum. The Land Raider Redeemer throws a curveball into things. It was the perfect storm for me, and it means with only like I don't know how many weeks is left, with only like 8 to 10 weeks left of 11th edition, it means that I'll be top of the league by at least 2 wins now, rather than just, because Andrew would have leapfrogged me, I think, if he'd beaten me. So happy days. So yeah, I'm going to be losing the Redeemer. I think this is going to be my list until the end of the edition. I think this is it. I'm not, unless something comes up where I really feel like I want to change it, I'm probably just going to play this list till the end of the edition. It does feel like so many other armies have CP regeneration and Blood Angels do not. That's why I was running Inquisitor... Is it Cotiez for a while? Just because it meant like if you ran into any other army that had CP regeneration, you got some as well, pretty much. Peaches says, I finally took the plunge to become a member. I still only play my Space Wolf, so guess I'm a battle cousin instead of a battle brother. But the videos are great, and they help a ton on theory crafting my Space Wolves. Did you see my Peaches, I super appreciate you becoming a member, especially when you're a Space Wolf player, but did you see my Math Hammer tool? You could use that. It's out now. I'll put a link to it in the chat. You can go there and you can do any type of Math Hammer you want. There's a room on Discord for feedback. But my Math Hammer tool is out. It's free. I want people to use it. Peanut75, nice to see you. What about changing the cursors for Outriders? I mean, you could change the cursors for Outriders, but then the cursors were really useful this week, being able to jump inside the Land Raiders, so I don't know. Boris says, I've had a lot of luck lately with the Rage Fruit Captain, Sanguinary Priest, 10 Assault Intercessors with Fight First. It's a good bullying unit that can't be charged. Yeah, I mean, that's the first time I've really tried it, Boris, and it seemed like it's alright. But yeah, you know, with the new edition coming out, there'll definitely be some videos that'll be more generic that'll affect more than just Blood Angels, right? Like any of the new, like, because Space Marines are going to get a bunch of new units. I guess they're going to get a bunch of new detachments. So my plan is to try and cover everything in the Space Marine detachment to a high level, and you know, anything new, anything that could be useful for Marines in general, I'll try and cover it. I'll see what time I have. Maybe. I don't have any Space Wolf characters, but you know, last edition I bought a bunch of Black Templar characters and did some content about them. This edition I bought a bunch of Ultramarines and did some content about them, so maybe in the future, who knows, we could buy a Space Wolf character or two, do some content about them. I thought it was fun to change up detachment. I know I did really badly when I played Ultramarines at the GT, But I had quite a lot of fun playing them, and I wouldn't rule out playing a detachment or an army that isn't Blood Angels again, because I think that's the beauty of Space Marines, is you can use your units to just about play any faction, right? Gillinot, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've got Gillinot close by. Do you know what? I still have. Oh, I do have Roboto Gillinot. He's down here. He hasn't been played much this edition. Like, I bought the official model, but this was going to be Roboto Gillinot. Because he had the sword, he had the Stormbolter, and he had a Power Fist or a Claw, right? But you know, I still have this guy. I feel bad. I haven't done anything with him. Look at this beautiful bastard. I mean, our Dreadnought can't fly anymore. Like, they literally took the rules away and I not even started painting him. I guess someday he'll be a display piece when I have more time. When the kids have moved out. Who Hammer says, hey, it's Seal Pill. I've been making Kish Bash videos for about a month now, mainly Blood Angel, of course. I'm almost at 700 subs. Still love the videos, man. Is RCO better than Lag? I still haven't tried it. RCO is a different playstyle. Dude, congrats on 700 subs. That's amazing. You know there's like a content creator room in the Blood Angels Commander Discord. You could like link one of your videos in there if you ask the mods, like I don't know how many subs it would get you, but it would get you some eyes on your conversions. But yeah, congrats, dude. I think I prefer Lag to Rage Cursed, but I honestly think it depends on your playstyle, the units you enjoy to play. I enjoy to play some vehicles. I seem to always do better for Blood Angels when I back my army up with vehicles. I know that's maybe not the most meta way to play Blood Angels, but it's the way that works for me, and it's up to you really, isn't it? Hey chat, I can connect the time window and the current time. I can't connect the time on the chat window and the current time. The time on the chat window will be the UK time, man. So I don't know what time zone you were in, but it's 3:24 in the UK. So that's probably like you'll be, because the chat window and the stream is coming from my computer and I am in the UK. So it is indeed 3:24 here right now. The chat window might be a minute or two behind. I don't know why it's a minute or two behind, it just is. But yeah, it's 3 PM here in the UK. Gillinot is a blast from the past. Yeah, I like the Gillinot model. It was a fun one. Conversions are fun. What more do we need to say? It's fun to make conversions. Alright, I mean these have got a lot of work to do still in them, but at least they're not just one colour now. I think if you're going to go all melee, lots of Death Company, lots of jump units, you might get on better with Rage Cursed, but it's just, I don't think it's for me. Like, I feel like it can be countered reasonably easily. I don't know. I mean, people are obviously winning. Like, if you look at the win rates with Rage Cursed are typically a bit higher than the win rates with Liberator Assault Group. But that just could be that everybody's jumped to the new detachment because everybody wants to play the new thing. I mean, you know, yeah, there's something to be said about people wanting to do the new thing all the time. Sorry, did I say hello to you, Kazumi? How are you? So we got 41 people in here. How many likes did we get on the stream? We actually got 39 likes. Whoa. I appreciate it. Normally I'm like, we've got 49 people in here. How many likes have we got? And it's like 3. So thank you for pressing the like button this afternoon. I certainly appreciate it. I have to go pick up my kids in the next like half an hour or so. So I'm gonna be here for like 20 more minutes, and then I'll be back on tomorrow night to do the army list show, right? Hey, McFatson's here. After I've given it a go, I find all melee on GW terrain really difficult. Probably a skill issue at my end. I don't know if it's a skill issue Aurelian, because I find the all melee list so friggin' difficult to do as well on the GW terrain, because we always play GW terrain. And most of the tournaments I go to are GW terrain. And I feel like if I play that all melee list, I just get slaughtered. I took Rage Curse to a tournament. I went 3-2. I thought it was like one of the lists that slaughtered me was Ultramarines. I just couldn't get close to them. Like every time I tried to get close to them to charge them, they'd reactive move away from me and then shoot me. So the Ultramarines was a huge problem, I felt like. So I don't necessarily know if it is a skill issue. Like I think it's just hard to play into a competent opponent on the GW terrain with an all melee list. But I also think that the other flip side of the coin of the all melee list is like the all melee list, typically all your units are toughness 4. So like it's never difficult to wound toughness 4 stuff. Like I can't remember the last time, honestly, except maybe like some random rubbish chaff fire. Like not many times when your toughness 4 Marines get shot are you like, oh, you wound on 4s. Or you wound on 5s. Like, it just doesn't happen. It's just always like, oh, you wound me on 2s. Oh, you wound, like, Catan, they're just always wounding you on 2s. All the other Necron warriors, they're wounding you on, like, 3s, probably. You know, so it's just, like, it doesn't feel like toughness 4 Space Marines have the durability that I need them to have to sit and hold objectives after I've killed you in melee. Like, I just don't feel that we have that. McFatson's in the house. It was recently brought to my attention that between Death Company and Sanguinary Priest, Blood Angels are more known for Feel No Pain than Death Guard. Well, good, because I like to beat Death Guard. I mean, Death Guard, they got most of that stuff replaced with high toughness, didn't they? Like they have really high toughness now. Like, are Plague Marines not toughness 6 now or something? So, like, they lost some of their Feel No Pains, but, like, their whole army is pretty high toughness. And they also reduce your toughness as well. So, like, typically when you're fighting Death Guard, your toughness is T3 or something if you're playing Marines. Mr. Kazumi says, thanks for the shout out. Always enjoy the streams. Dude, thanks for popping past. I appreciate it. It wouldn't be much of a stream if you guys didn't pop past, right? I watched your video on the 8th place Redeemer. I've been collecting dust since I started the hobby. I might have to bring it out in a couple of weeks. Well, watch the game I played on Wednesday night, dude, on the channel against Necrons, because I basically played that list from the tournament. I made one swap. The guy that had that list was running 2 squads of Death Company, 1 lead, 1 unled. I typically don't like unled Death Company. I just find them hard to play. So I replaced the 1 unled Death Company with 3 unled Vanguard. So it's basically the list was 99.5% or 99.5% his list. I made one swap, which was 5 unled Death Company for 3 unled Vanguard. And in the game that I actually played, I was able to use that unled Vanguard to deep strike into the middle of the board and score me some extra points. So they're definitely going to be less killy than the Death Company, but they're going to maybe be able to do a little bit more scoring. So I played the Redeemer, I played everything else in the list, you know, the Combi Weapon Lieutenant. I actually played the whole game forgetting that I had reroll 1s on an objective for the Combi Weapon Lieutenant. Like, I never declared an objective. The Combi Weapon Lieutenant survived the whole game, so I could have had reroll 1s on an objective for the entire game. And I beat Triple Catan, and Triple Catan is honestly a bit broken if you ask me. I think it's too powerful. But yeah, no, I beat it. So I would, I'd say if you want to see the Land Raider Redeemer in action, you could probably check out that video from Wednesday night. It'll just be the battle report from Wednesday on the channel. It was Blood Angels versus Awakened Dynasty Necrons. Red Mist says Blade Guard with a Lieutenant are strong in RCO. Blade Guard with a Priest and Lag is my thoughts on just having one or two strong melee with fallback and charge needed. Yeah, I mean, I think Blade Guard with the Priest and RCO are really good. I think with the what did I say? The Blade Guard with Lieutenant are really good. I think the Blade Guard with Priest are also really good. I mean, do I recommend one or two units? That's pretty hard. I feel like that's pretty hard to recommend. You can go either way. There's no right or wrong answer. Like we've seen people win tournaments with one squad of Blade Guard. I feel like you can do fine with one, but you could take the second one. I suppose it just depends on how much you like brawler mid-board units, right? Like if you really like running brawler mid-board units, I feel like we don't have a better one now. The Sanguinary Priest gives them a ton of survivability. I mean, I suppose maybe you could argue the 10 Assault Intercessors on foot are a mid-board unit, and they could be good as well with a Priest. I mean, arguably they might be better against Catan in terms of damage output, but they're certainly not more survivable. I feel like the Blade Guard are so survivable with that Priest. So I think it's up to you. Go either way. Flip Power says, I'm starting a Blood Angels army. My planned start is the Blood Angels Combat Patrol, 5 Assault Terminators, an extra pack of Sanguinary Guard, Dante, the Sanguinar Lamartes. I have 5 Jump Pack Intercessors who I'm going to paint as Death Company. It seems like a good start, Flip Power. The thing I would probably recommend is you probably want a Captain with a Jump Pack as well. And you probably want some sort of cheaper unit for holding objectives, be it Infiltrators, Incursors. The Combat Patrol gives you the Assault Intercessors with foot. Sorry, Assault Intercessors with Chainswords. You might want some regular Intercessors with like bolt guns, because the Chainsword variant are more like an offensive in a way, whereas the guys with bolt guns have sticky objectives, so you can sticky some objectives and then you can move out from your home field. So I think in general your idea is good, but I run 2 Space Marine Captains on my list this week. I don't run Dante, I don't run the Sanguinar. So I think the Space Marine Captain is just really, really good. And I think you should probably consider that. The Sanguinar doesn't get played in every list. I suppose Dante doesn't get played in every list either. But yeah, I mean, I guess what you've got there is fine. You'll probably eventually need all that. But yeah, I would think about a unit for holding home field objective, and that typically is Infiltrators or Intercessors. One of the two is usually what people use. And then yeah, the Captain with the Jump Pack is so often used for Blood Angels. Like he's probably damn it. Just let me get my paint splatter everywhere. The Captain with the Jump Pack is used probably more often than I would say he's used more often than Dante and the Sanguinar at the moment. At least in my lists. Like I can't remember the last time I ran Dante or the Sanguinar, but like I'm running multiple Captains with Jump Packs every game. So that's just something to consider. It's not like those characters are bad, they're just kind of expensive, and the Captain with the Jump Pack is just, he's really good for the price. I'm just getting back into the hobby and the missus got me the 3 HQ. Oh, that's cool. Well, then your 4th HQ should be a Captain with a Jump Pack. And you can build him in lots of different ways. I would recommend a Power Fist or a Thunder Hammer. because he's all about the melee, right? Like he's not going to do pretty much. He's not going to do much with this pistol. Occasionally, he might do something, but for the most part, he's not doing much with the pistol. But welcome back to the hobby, and I guess welcome to the channel. My channel is all about helping people be better Blood Angels players. I've been around. I'm coming up for 6 years on YouTube. Actually, it's just kind of crazy. But you know, the channel's growing. It's still growing somehow, and I hope to do even better content for 11th edition. Honestly. So I appreciate you dropping by. Thank you. I was going to kit bash a Combi Leopard Lieutenant, but I'm kit bashing a token, so I never forget his ability. Oh, I forget his ability all the time. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should make a token for that as well, Eternal Crusader. It's easy. It's almost too easy to forget stuff in Warhammer 40,000, isn't it? Too many rules to remember. I was looking at a Repulsor Executioner. I think I would recommend the Gladiator Lancer over the Executioner. Like, if we look at competitive play, a lot more people do the Lancer. And the cool thing about the Lancer is that the top section doesn't need to be glued on and can be lifted off. And if you lift off the top section, you essentially have an impulsor tank. So you're getting 2 tanks. I mean, you can't use both at the same time, right? But you basically get 2 tanks for the price of 1. You can get... And Blood Angels use both, right? Like, Blood Angels, like, my current list has a Gladiator Lancer in it. If we go back, like, 6 months, there's multiple times I've been running impulsors. So I think the ability to have both is pretty darn useful. I feel like people often ask about the Lancer, or people are not super familiar about the Lancer. If it's in this box here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Please be in this box. Yeah. So this is my Gladiator Lancer, right? Let me move the giant Land Raider out of the way. So here is the Gladiator Lancer, right? So that's what you get in the kit, but you take off the top and you don't glue this section down and you don't glue this back section off. There's an impulsor tank. Look at that, it's now a transport. 80 points. Mine actually has a couple of magnets in this bit. Two for the price of 1. Save some money, huh? And Lancers get played more often than Repulsor Executioners for sure. So you get yourself a cheaper tank anyway, and then you get 2 for the price of 1. Look at that! I just saved you enough money for you to become a channel member. I'm messing with you, but I do appreciate memberships. But no, it's like a great hack. So basically, you can buy 2 Lancers, and then that gives you like loads of options. Because you could run a list with like 2 heavy supports, or you could run a list with 2 transports. And I've basically done both this edition. Blood Angels like impulsors. Blood Angels like Lancers. I forgot what I was painting. But yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I really need to make like a 1-minute short on that, because people always ask, they're like, how do you can a Lancer be more than both? Yes, you can even magnetize the turret there, so you can put different weapon options as well. Yeah, do you know what? I don't know why I've not made that video. I will make that video. I'll take a note, because like it would film it in like 10 minutes. Sometimes it's just like forget. But yeah, I have seen some people play the Executioner, so if you've absolutely got your heart set on it, go for it. I've tried to play it. I always end up falling back to the Impulsors or Lancers. It's just... I feel like the Lancer is just cheaper, and it does the same thing. And usually when you're compiling your Blood Angels list, you want to not be spending crap loads of points on tanks and stuff. You want to keep that. You want tanks. You want some anti-tank firepower, but you want to keep as many points as you can for your Blood Angels fast-moving units, like the Death Company, like the Sangre Guard. So, with Lancer and the Executioner are very similar, I tend to go for the cheaper thing, because it's like, well, that gives me more points to... Not cheaper in terms of money, cheaper in terms of points on the battlefield, right? I mean, cheaper in terms of money is a bonus, though, right? Especially if you get 2 tanks for the cheaper price. How do you feel about the default Land Raider? I don't mind it, dude. I've played it a bunch of times. I'm assuming if you magnetize the turret, how many of each base tank would you ever need? Well, like 2 or 3, right? I have 2 Impulsors, one I got second hand. I wonder if I could jerry-rig... Like, I would try and jerry-rig a turret if I was you, McFatson. I'm always trying to jerry-rig things, though. You know, up until like a year ago, like, I think I said it earlier in the stream, like, I was the only income in our house. So I was trying to, like if I could save money on anything, I would save it, you know? Like, if you... anything and everything. So if you've got old parts together, I would definitely try and jerry something. Bearded Coyote, yeah, it's super early, man. My kids were out. I've been streaming, actually, for almost 2 hours now, but I'm not going to be around tonight, Bearded. So I thought, because I had a bit of free time without the kids, I thought I would, like... thought I'd do a bit of an afternoon stream. You well? I must have had this Land Raider Redeemer for like at least like 15 years or something. Maybe even 20. When did the Redeemer actually get released? Just got up. Well, good morning, man. I was in the gym again this morning, dude. I have been crushing it. I swear to you, today was the first time in the gym. You know, like in the gyms, they have like the big mirrors on the wall. I think today was the first time, I was saying to my wife, it's the first time that I could go in front of like the big mirror at the end of my workout and like do some flexing and not feel embarrassed. Like, I've been working out consistently like 3 or 4 times a week now for like 22 months. So that's how long it's taken for me to feel like I can do a flex and actually have some muscles and not look like a scrawny dad that doesn't do any exercise, because I guess that's what I was before. So yeah, it's taken 22 months of consistency, but I can now flex in the mirror without feeling embarrassed in the gym. So that was a cool milestone. I'm crossing the Rubicon. I'm trying, man. I am trying. I was going to say, I'm leaving the scout company. I'm going to become I'm going to be a real Marine soon, huh? But no, it really, for the gym, it really is just consistency, isn't it? You just got to show up even when you don't want to show up. And I feel like it took me a long time to realise that. Like, but yeah, there was a bit of drama this morning actually as well, because the tank box sold out in like 10 seconds here in the UK. You know that box they did with like the 2 dreadnoughts and the 2 repulsor tanks? Like, I can't believe it sold out so quickly. Like, I was on the website just for like, you know, you get the email from Games Workshop that's like, oh, it's pre-order day. So I just clicked the website for a nosy. I wasn't planning on buying 4 war tanks anyway. I've got this one, and I've got a few more that need finished. And I think I've still got an impulsor in the box. So I've got a whole impulsor that I've not even started yet. That's like a war crime, honestly. You know what, I just realised, because there is a war that going on right now, that's probably a really bad taste joke. I apologise. But yeah, it's you know, it's heresy to have like a whole tank that's just sitting in the box on its sprue that... So I wasn't going to buy the 4 tanks, but oh my goodness, like, they sold out like so friggin' quick. The box got low votes from Auspex Tactics. The thing is, with the new edition, no one really knows the rules. Right? Like, no one knows what rules the Repulsor Executioner or any of those dreadnoughts will have in the new edition. They could change completely. So I don't really understand the idea behind like giving it a low rating on a YouTube video. Because it's like, well, the rules will just... They change rules every edition. Like, look at... Aggressors are one of the units that change the most every edition. Aggressors are crazy. I feel like every edition they just completely redesign how aggressors work. I don't even know how to start painting my impulsor. Have you tried undercoating it? I decided to make one of my impulsors black for the Death Company. I know we don't really see Death Company impulsors, but I just thought it would be a cool alternative so that one was different or whatnot. And I'm not loving the edge highlighting now, but I am thinking that when it's finished, it'll look really cool. So a black impulsor is definitely an option if you're struggling. Here's the work in progress, black one. Like I said, the edge highlighting needs work. I'm really bad at half painting stuff, haven't I? You know, like, I feel like, you know, like, this, if I hadn't jumped onto those Blade Guard, and if I hadn't jumped onto this Land Raider, I could have probably finished something. I'm very good at just procrastinating and moving around and never finishing anything. But I do think the black impulsor looks cool. And I did freehand the X's, and they might not be the best X's, but they're the best freehand X's I have ever done. Because my freehanding has not... Like, I must admit, I haven't done a lot of freehanding. So that was about the closest X I've ever managed to freehand. Yeah, so I need to pick up my kids in like 10 minutes, and it's going to take 10 minutes to drive over there. So I need to go. Guys, thank you so much for watching this afternoon. I appreciate it. Please do leave a like on the stream if you liked it. If you didn't like it, then why did you stay to the end? I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow night for the Army List show. That kicks off at like 8:15 tomorrow night. You guys have a lovely evening. I think that's it. It's been fun. I appreciate you hanging out. Have a good afternoon.